cuties. So first of all, I just want to thank you all for coming back to my channel. If you're already subscribed, and if you're not, you should become a subscriber. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my Mia Secret Dehydrator and I'm putting it on all of my nails, and I do that about 2 times on each nail. It's a way to dry out all of the natural oils in your nails to help the acrylic stick better. Everybody doesn't use the nail dehydrator, but I does, just to make sure mine stick and to try to help with lifting and making sure I prep my nails properly. So this here is my Young Nails Protein Bond Primer, and I put this on about 2 times as well. And y'all, if my shape looks horrible, I apologize. It's just I'm kind of like a beginner and I'm self-taught, so it's kind of harder to do things on yourself sometimes. So this is my second attempt at a coffin shape, but this one was way better than the first. Now after that, of course, I'm taking my Mia Secret liquid monomer, and I'm putting it in my dampened dish. And this is my acrylic mix. If you see my other video, I made some acrylic using chalk and eyeshadow, but the ones I'm using in this video are ones that I made from the eyeshadow. I like that one better. And so I'm taking those 2 colors. The brown color is the LA Colors loose shimmering eyeshadow, and the color Honeysuckle, and the white is the same brand eyeshadow. That color is just Snow White. So I wet my brush a couple of times just to try to mold it into the shape I wanted to while I'm doing my acrylic. And then I'm just taking a couple of beads just to show you guys the color or how it looks. And of course, you're going to need some clear acrylic powder as well to put on top after the fact, because I am doing the ombre. And what I do is I put a thin layer of clear down on each nail before I did the ombre, just because I was on Instagram reading some comments and somebody said something about how the colored acrylic stained their nail, and so I kind of wanted to take the precautionary measures and just put down a thin layer of clear on each nail. But unfortunately, in this video, I'm not going to show you guys every nail. I'm just going to show y'all a couple of nails, just because I didn't want the video to be too long, because honestly, I don't know if you guys like my long videos or not. So some people have short attention spans, so I just try to get enough in there for a good length of time to give you guys something to watch. But what I'm doing is, with the thin layer of acrylic, I got my monomer, I got my liquid, I put it on the nail, and then I consistently wipe my brush on the paper towel so that I don't have acrylic stuck in there. And when the acrylic was kind of stiff, I would stick my brush in just the monomer only, just to try to make the bead kind of more wet for me to mold it. So I'm doing the same thing here. I dip it in the monomer, wipe the side of my brush on the side of the dampened dish, take a small bead of clear so it's kind of wet, and put it on my nail bed, and then I smooth it out with the brush, and then I continuously wipe my brush on the paper towels just to make sure I don't have any acrylic stuck inside. And I'm taking the Snow White color and I'm putting it on my tips. It's kind of just a shimmery clear, honestly. It just looks more white because the nail tips that I'm using are natural. If this was a clear nail tip, it probably will just look more clear with sparkles. So I'm gonna do, I did 1 bead of that, and then I went on top and I took the brown and I put that closer to my cuticle area, and then I'm just taking it and brushing it down and smoothing it towards the tip. This was my first attempt at an ombre, so I was trying to make sure, you know, I didn't get any acrylic on my cuticles, because honestly, that's a part that I still struggle with. Now I'm still trying to work on a way to get the acrylic close enough to the cuticles but not on the cuticles, and get it to flush very well and nice. But this set, I think I did pretty good. Now sometimes what I don't like on ombres is if somebody has like a pink and white but you barely see the white and you see more of the pink. Sometimes if I feel like it was like that, I would take the white color and put some more of it and brush it upwards, just so you can see it more, so it can look more of an ombre. But once you get your ombre to the way that you like it, then you know you would put the clear on top, encapsulate it just to protect the design. And you don't do a thin layer, because when I first started out, I was making mistakes of doing the layers too thin, and when I would file, it would file into the color. So on my nails, I try not to do that. I try to put enough clear. And I have been turning make sure you turn your nails from different angles, just so you can see if you have an apex, because you need an apex to give your nail strength. And so I'm taking, you know, another bead of clear acrylic, and I'm putting that on my nail bed just to protect my nail from the color, just in case it might have stained my nail. So once again, I dip my brush into the dampened dish with the liquid, wipe the side of my brush. Once I wipe the side of my brush, I get a little bit of the acrylic on the side that I did not wipe, and then I put it on my nail, and then I take it and I smooth it out. And after I smooth it out a bit, I wipe my brush and then go back to smoothing it out again. And I'm doing the same thing with the Snow White color. I'm putting it on the tip. See, I'm smoothing it, but then wipe my brush occasionally, because if you take too much time to smooth it, that acrylic will build up, and then next thing you know, it'll start to dry on the brush, and it can be very hard to take out. Now, I've wiped my brush with the paper towel a couple of times, just because this is eyeshadow and not acrylic, so some of the eyeshadow or the shimmers from it was settling in my brush a bit. So occasionally I would dip it into the liquid, just kind of clean it off, and then wipe it on the paper towel, just to try to get a lot of that glitter out, so it wouldn't dry in there, if that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense, y'all. If it doesn't make any sense, just trying to let me know. And I'm wiping around my cuticle, just because I have a lot of problems with my cuticle area, and I didn't want to get any acrylic to dry on my cuticle or my skin, so I was trying to really make sure I got that. And like I was saying, this is one of my better attempts, because on this set it actually really was not on my cuticle. I did pretty good. At least I think I did pretty good. I see some other things that I have to work on, like better apex and things like that, but that's just the gist of what I did to do my ombre. So after you're done, then you go in, if you have a drill, then you use the drill. I'm using my Macart safety bits. This is the fine safety drill bit, and I'm just going around the cuticle and all of my nails to try to seal that in, and then I go across the nail to try to get out any lumps or anything that I have, and just smooth the surface of it. That's why I'm rubbing my nails. And I kind of get that bit of advice from Natalie Carmona on YouTube. I get that bit of advice from her, just to make sure you seal the cuticles really good to minimize lifting. I did have a little bit of lifting with this set, but not bad. And this is also just a clip I left in for people who don't have a drill. I'm so used from back in the day when I had my hand file. Even though I have a drill, I still feel more comfortable sometimes going over my nails with the hand file afterwards, to get out certain bumps and lumps that I feel like I can't get out with the drill. I know that might be odd, but I just use both when I need to, or if I feel like I need to. Now this is how they look after all of the filing and shaping has been done. And I'm going to just buff my nails with my buffer. And I got my rhinestones also from Natalie Carmona's website. I got a lot of stuff from her, tips and all, because she's really good though. But I got my stones from her as well. And I did not use any glue or anything to adhere my stones. I just used the gel top coat, because that was good enough for the time being. So this is my Pretty Diva UV Gel Cleanse Free Top Coat. And I'm just putting it on all of my nails, and they actually came out really nice. I also revamped them once they got old. I'll probably insert a picture of how they look after this, because I use the same exact set, but I revamped them. But I love these so much. This was simple and sweet for me. So thank you so much for watching, my cuties. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. And also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Kutie Krush. Thank you again, my cuties. Bye. Mwah.